Red Ribbon Week is all about drug awareness and recovery. We take a look at some of those same elements in the life of Ryan Applewhite. PHS showed up in all pink last week to show their support for the fight against cancer. We take a look back at the best moments from the Pink Out Pep Rally. And after the show, Mr. Wright has some very important announcements. Today, October 26, 2015.
From Prosper High School, this is Eagle Nation News with JT Graham, Ty Bowman, and Shazanae Hartman.
Good morning, Prosper High. Welcome to another episode of Eagle Nation News. I'm JT Graham, and with me is Jordan Lewis and Ty Bowman. So guys, as we all know by now, probably with all the Star Wars costumes, this week is Red Ribbon Week, which basically brings awareness, especially to like a teen-oriented audience, about the potential abuse and effects of drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, I think this week is really cool. Like, yes, we get to dress up in all these different things, and of course, Mr. Kennedy is decked out in his
his Starship Trooper.
What is
it's like a stormtrooper? I don't know.
Something like that. But I think it's cool that even though we get to do that and we get to have fun and dress up, like it really does bring awareness to the issue of drugs and alcohol and how it can be abused so quickly.
Exactly.
You could be having fun with your friend at one moment, and the next moment it could be a fatal consequence.
Absolutely.
So, I think.
And a lot of students think that it's just this week dedicated to drugs and alcohol awareness, but really we should apply it to our everyday life and know that drugs and alcohol are never the answer.
Yeah, that's exactly this week. I mean, it puts a small spectrum and then applies it.
Yes.
Exactly as you said, to the everyday life. Red Ribbon Week is all about the consequences from drugs and alcohol each day. This week we'll have a special package underlining a particular case of abuse. Today concerns the rehabilitation of former Prosper alumni, Ryan Applewhite.
Narcotics, most commonly known as drugs, are defined as a substance that affects the mood and behavior of a person illegally. Former Prosper High School student Ryan Applewhite used these substances as a coping mechanism to deal with his depression.
Instead of me doing all the partying and drinking for to have fun or to fit in, it was more of a self-numbness.
Ryan first started using alcohol to escape reality, but this overuse soon led to him experimenting with narcotics.
Getting hooked on drugs or being addicted to drugs is very simple. Once one population starts taking medications, either for pain, for different various reasons, what happens is the medications start making them feel really good, especially if it's a pain medication. So they like that feeling of euphoria. They like that feeling of, wow, this is really great. I'm just going to take another one. And after a while, they have to take maybe not just one, they have to take two, then it's three.
Ryan's overuse of drugs not only had an unhealthy side effect on his body.
I would start coughing up blood, I would have bad migraines, my skin would start breaking out.
But also led to him living an unhealthy lifestyle.
Well, I got pretty bad. I went on about a 3-month binge where I was barely home. I was drinking almost every night. I don't remember any time in that entire time that I was sober. And then I came home one night and I'd had a bunch of Xanax, drank a lot, and I'd overdosed that night. And my mom kicked me out the next day. So after that, it was either not go back home or check myself into rehab. And at that point, I was putting my family through too much and I was putting myself through too much. So I decided to check myself into rehab and get help because I realized I had a problem.
After deciding to check himself into rehab, Ryan was able to become clean.
Now I've been sober about 163 days and I've never been happier. Before I couldn't feel my emotions, now I can actually feel my emotions.
After looking back with his battle with drugs, Ryan leaves the students of Prosper High School with a piece of advice.
Don't give in to peer pressure. People don't want to listen to the grown-ups, but if I had listened to grown-ups or listened to my mom, I wouldn't have overdosed. I wouldn't have been in the spot I was. So it doesn't do anything good for you. It's just to have fun or that quick high, but it doesn't last forever.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Mackenzie Hamilton.
And from student leadership today, we have Allie Alford and Hunter Hadfield to talk about Red Ribbon Week. Girls, thank you for being on today. So the first question we got for you is, how did Red Ribbon Week get started in the first place?
Back in 1985, a Drug Enforcement Administration agent was actually killed in Mexico, and people started Red Ribbon Week to bring awareness to the problem that drugs was becoming at that time.
And was it always for the schools?
It was not. It really kind of started off with everyone, and then eventually like brought into schools, and then schools nationwide really participated in.
Okay.
Yeah, so obviously a big way of celebrating Red Ribbon Week is our theme days. So what are the theme days for this week?
Yeah, today is Star Wars with our little Star Wars shirts because we were forcing away drugs.
I didn't know till today, so kind of mad about
Forcing away drugs, that makes sense.
All right. Tomorrow, the seniors are cavemen, the juniors are pirates, the sophomores are medieval times, and the freshmen are Vikings because drugs are old news.
Oh.
That's
funny.
Wednesday is Halloween costume day. We're scaring away drugs. And then Friday is our red out. We're reading out drugs. And
Reading out drugs?
Yeah,
It's a
red out. And so the seniors are wearing their senior class shirts, and everyone else is red out.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so obviously now that everyone knows about the dress-up days, what's the point of dressing up, and how does it spread drugs and alcohol awareness?
So obviously dressing up doesn't do much to really stop people from doing drugs because just because I'm wearing a costume doesn't mean you're going to stop doing drugs. But it just brings awareness to it and like shows that everyone dressing up is showing that there's a real problem with drugs, and so it's just bringing awareness.
I think it also kind of appeals to the audience that it's targeted for, which is, the kids. So by doing that,
Right.
I understand.
After the break, Khalil Adams will give you what you need to know on last night's game against the Lovejoy Leopards.
Football lost 31-28, and volleyball lost 3-1 on Friday. Wow, I already said that. I'm Khalil Adams with your Eagle Nation Sports.
As a student body, we raised over $17,000 for Cash for Cancer and celebrated with our annual Pink Out Pep Rally. ENN was on the scene to capture the sights and sounds.
This last Friday, Prosper High School pinked out in support for the fight against cancer. The pep rally featured special performances by the cheerleaders, the Talonets, Lindsay McMahon, Taylor Swede, and the Pink Panthers. At the end of the pep rally, the totals were revealed for the grade levels. The seniors came out victorious. The total amount raised for the school was $17,121.
And here is Hannah Dennis with your weekly weather forecast.
I bet you guys were wondering where all the rain came from. Or maybe it was just me. Either way, I have the answer. The rain came from a Category 5 hurricane that hit Mexico. For those who don't know, a Category 5 hurricane is the strongest hurricane. If we got the outer bands of it, imagine what Mexico got. Our forecast for this week shows our rain chances decreasing, but towards the weekend, our rain chances pick up again. Today, the high reaches 72 with a low of 52. Tomorrow, the high reaches 77 with a low of 55. And for Wednesday, the high reaches 79 with a low of 56. I'm always Hannah Dennis, and today is National Pumpkin Day.
Good to know, Hannah. The PHS Fall Concert will be on Thursday, October 29th at 7 p.m. in the PHS Auditorium. The choirs will be joined by their ASL 1 class.
Tonight, October 26th, Prosper ISD represents a fall dyslexia parent information meeting at the Central Administration Boardroom from 6 to 7:30. Parents and community members will see a movie called The Big Picture, Rethinking Dyslexia, directed by James Redford. PISD will also represent demonstrations of our Take Flight dyslexia and attend the breakout sessions to see what your child is learning in the class.
The Prosper High School and Reynolds Middle School Orchestra will be combining for their debut performance tomorrow at 7 p.m. in the Prosper High School auditorium.
Students, stop by the library if you're interested to win a free autographed book. You can only enter once, and the winner will be announced on Thursday.
Stop by the library to enter a contest to win an autographed book. You can only enter once, and the winner will be announced on Thursday.
Auditions for the PHS musical Little Shops of Horrors will be after school today in room 1165. You will need to have a monologue prepared, and the song selection rehearsed details are on the Theater School Wires page, or you can talk to a theater teacher for more details.
Anyone can support equality. The Youth for Tolerance Club is a safe zone for LGBTQ individuals and their allies. Join us Wednesday, November 4th at 7:30 a.m. in room 1146. And that's it for our show today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm JT Graham.
And I'm Ty Bowman.
I'm Jordan Lewis.
Live long and prosper.